I'm always amazed at how many people have forgotten all about Iran-Contra. And of course, young people don't remember it at all. It's not even really in their history books. It's surprising how many accounts of the period just gloss over that episode. And they do that because they think it's kind of an aberration, that this is just this weird episode that this crazy Oliver North, who was an NSC staffer, and a couple of his superiors got into this crazy business, and it had nothing to do with policy or the U.S. government writ large. And I think that is a misperception. I think people don't understand, and never did to begin with, how much of a role senior officials played, including the president himself, Ronald Reagan, and Vice President Bush, who tried hard to cover his tracks because he was about to run for president in 1988. But also senior cabinet members, George Shultz, the Secretary of State, Caspar Weinberger, Secretary of Defense, and several others knew a lot more about what was going on in this supposedly secret compartmented operation than they let on. So there is a lot to be learned about those individuals and their role in U.S. foreign policy and U.S. government at that time. There's a lot to learn about how the government operates. This was, in some ways, a kind of a microcosm of how government can work. It's not how it's supposed to work, which is another reason why it's important to study, because you can see how things went wrong, where the pitfalls are, how easy it is for presidents to sort of go off the path and take on operations and policies that fortunately aren't always as loopy as this one was, but if you look at some of Reagan's successors, particularly George W. Bush, some of the policies that he undertook, also in the name of security and protecting the United States and protecting U.S. interests, which Reagan certainly believed he was doing. I think a lot of people will agree that some of the activities that they undertook in secret, believing that they were right, ended up hurting us in a lot of ways.